Yeah, basically 5 years ago I was walking into Geology 101 with Mr. Skinner, one of the funniest professors at BYU. We even had joke day every single day.
We did.
And I was walking in and there was this girl sitting, I think in about 5th or 6th row to the side, and she was wearing a white sweater, ribbed sweater. And I'm like, wow, I'd like to take her out. And I never really got up the guts to take her out until the last couple weeks of freshman ward. So I invite her to go to Miller Park baseball game to watch the Sandlot.
I didn't know it was a date.
Fun date?
It was fun.
And then I asked you
Friday.
out for Friday to a movie.
Win a Date
with Tad Hamilton.
Then the next Monday, he asked me out for that weekend, and I was like,
she turned me down.
I got a little scared.
But the couch story.
This is a good one.
So there's in Heritage Halls, everyone starts with a 2-person couch. We had a red person couch. What color of couch did you have, Melissa?
Red.
They were identical. I lived in Whitney, she lived in Fugal, and at the beginning of the year we took ours out. And what did you do with yours?
We took ours out.
And we replaced them with bigger couches.
From the lobby.
From the lobby. 3-person couches. You've got a 3-person, 2-person. Pick a 3-person. And so at the end of the year, they're like, okay, everyone has to move their couches back or else you'll get fined because we want to make sure everything is. We couldn't find our couch anywhere. But we knew that people had been moving couches around, so we found a little red couch. And we took our red couch and put it into our apartment. And these cute little girls from 185. 186. We're like, that's our couch. And they kind of threw a little pouty temper tantrum, and we ended up giving our couch to them so they didn't have to pay a fine. And I said to myself as I was giving them the couch, maybe this one day will save my marriage. I was dead serious. I'm like, maybe one day I'll marry this girl. Like, who knows? Maybe this is somehow saving my marriage. I went on my mission.
We rode a few times.
Melon Maine wrote me on her little M&M stationery, and I loved it. My MTC companion went to elementary school and junior high. And high school with her. And so I was like, hey, do you know Melissa King? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I wish I was dating her. I wanted to say that, but anyway. Oh, Martroshka story. So I bought her a little doll from Russia, the little stacking dolls, and I had it in my khaki pants pocket, and the night was so good and I was on cloud 9 that I forgot about it. So I dropped her off at her car at Dairy Queen after Smoot Park, and she leaves. And as I'm getting in the car, I like hit my leg against the car, and I'm like, oh man, I need to give her this doll. And so I sped out of Dairy Queen, followed her. She went to a stoplight. I throw it in reverse, pull up on the emergency brake, jump out of my car, run, chase her down. The light goes green. I catch up to her. I'm like knocking on her window, and she's driving away, and she's like, what? And I'm like, wait!
Pull over, I have something for you.
She pulls over to the side of the street. I get back in the car, pull over, and I get out and I give her the little doll. I don't know. That's pretty much it.
That was pretty much it.
And I'm like, well, have a nice life. Enjoy Germany. And then she left for Germany on Saturday. Tell them about the last phone call.
Oh, the last phone call? I got scared again because she said, I'm so excited for you to come home. I want to do a lot with you this summer. And I was like, if I start dating him, then I'll marry him, and I don't think I want that.
And so...
And I was like, I'm really scared. I've been out of the dating scene for a year.
So I'm like, yeah, well, I was just in general, how do you feel about dating?
And I was like, it kind of scares me, honestly.
And she's like, I don't think I want to start dating anyone for a while. And I'm just like, okay. So, Melissa King, I have a question for you.
Yeah?
What was your thought process the first time I saw you when I came home?
I looked at him from the back when I was getting water, and I thought to myself, that is going to be your husband.
And did that freak you out?
Yeah.
Then we held hands the first time watching 101 Dalmatians.
This little play. August 13th.
She's good.
Yep.
And I was waiting for her to like show some serious signs that she wanted to hold my hand. 'Cause my hand was like right here on my leg.
And I was like, I'm going to make him do it.
She's But what were your thoughts that night?
I was like, oh, will he just please do it and get it over with? It's so awkward. I knew he wanted to hold my hand, and I just wanted to grab it, and because it was so awkward. But I'm like, nope, I'm gonna make him do it.
That was the first night we kissed. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't planning it. And then like what was the first thing you told me after I kissed you?
What was the first thing?
4.5 years. You wigged out after I kissed you. Right after you started freaking out.
Yeah, it was my first kiss. I've never kissed anyone. And I was like, it happened in my front yard. I wanted it to be all cute and romance.
And then I'm like, sorry.
I didn't know.
Thanks for ruining the moment for me. And then I like got up at 5 in the morning, got on the airplane, met all sorts of cool people, Russians, people that knew her dad, talked to everyone in the airport. I'm like, I'm proposing to my girlfriend today. And then all night I'm just like worrying. I'm like, she knows I'm coming. She knows I'm coming.
So what happened to you in New York?
So like I was walking in this park. It's kind of a famous park. It's called Central Park, to be exact. And I saw this bridge, and I'm like, wow, that's a cute looking bridge. I would love to propose to a girl over that bridge. And so what I did is I waited on one side of the bridge, and then I saw the most gorgeous, beautiful girl I've ever seen in my entire life.
What was that?
The most beautiful, gorgeous girl I've ever seen in my entire life. And I said, excuse me. And she turned around and said, what are you doing here? And I said, Melissa King, would you marry me? And she said, yeah, but what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm trying to propose. And so I whipped out the ring. We hugged for a little while, and then I put on the ring. And it's a beautiful ring, but it just doesn't match her beauty. And anyway, it was so far the greatest day of my life.
Very nice.
But I am excited that it's going to just get better.
Yeah.
What was your first reaction when Brandon Sunday proposed to you?
My first reaction, I said, what are you doing here? In that tone?
Yeah, in that tone. And I didn't know what to do, so I said...
You said?
What did I say?
Oh,
You're supposed to fill in the blank.
Brandon said, he got down on one knee, this part?
Yeah.
And said, with a slight shake in his voice, Melissa King, will you marry me? And I said, yes, but what are you doing here? I was so surprised.
Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good celebrate.